As a result, I tend to sight read all my scripts. I sight read the entire of Baldurs Gate 3.
We're going to play D&D Monster or Australian Thing.
You know I'm not a dungeon master in real life, right? I had a team of script writers. I barely remember my name, let alone the name of a D&D monster.
Amelia, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So we have two shows. One is this show where we interview people connected to tabletop games and video games connected to tabletop games as well. But we also have a D&D actual play show.
Oh, nice.
And on that show, we have a cast member whose name is Kes, and she's the biggest Baldurs Gate 3 fan of anyone I have ever met. So she is in Japan right now, and I went out to her when I found out I'd be talking to you so I could get a question from her for you, basically. So she is a voice actor as well. So she asked me quite a deep question, actually.
Okay.
She wants
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, I know. First question as well.
I've not even had a coffee yet. This is going to be weird.
Yeah, I usually try and throw a softball, but Kes came in with a good one. She says, from a voice acting perspective, with a role like the narrator in Baldurs Gate 3, with so many lines, how do you do that well? How do you keep it consistent? What's the key challenge in taking on a role like that?
Practice, honestly. I started out in commercial radio. I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. And I remember when I made that transition from cute kid that can afford to be a bit rubbish at their job to adult voiceover who has to get everything perfect. I cried my heart out originally after that first session because it was so different to what I was used to doing. So I kind of figured either I could cry about it or I could do something about it. So like the age of, I think I was 12 or 13, I would come home from school every day and I would lock myself in my mum's recording studio and practice sight reading for 2 hours solidly. And I just did that every single day for about 2-3 years. And as a result, I tend to sight read all my scripts. I sight read the entire of Baldurs Gate 3. I didn't once really look over the script in advance. We were doing that on the fly because it's such big volumes of text as well, and none of it makes sense out of context.
Wow, that's incredible. And I think the interesting thing here, to what you said, I have a radio background, and Kes started her voice actor career because her dad is a radio presenter in commercial radio, doing campaigns as kids like you. Yeah. So I think she's literally facing the same thing that you are talking about right there.
Honestly, I found it really useful.
So just sight read, basically.
Yeah, sight reading is most of it, to be honest. Like if you're lucky enough to be doing a full performance capture role or something, a lot of people think it's harder to do that. It's really not. Creating an entire character that sounds like they're existing realistically in a world without a face, without a body, without the ability to rely on that. You're having to communicate everything just through your voice. It's a very different skill set. So you tend to find if you get a screen actor or a stage actor and you put them in a voice booth, it's 50-50 whether it's going to be amazing or they're going to be like, oh no, because you've taken all their toys away, right? Whereas if you take a voice actor out of the booth and put them in a mocap volume or something, we're like, you've given me my arms. This is fun.
I think that reminds me of the first time I did like a video podcast after being in radio for so long. And I was like, oh, it looks like this. And I used my hands to describe something. I was like, holy cow, I can use my hands.
I was going to ask. Like you have that weird adjustment phase where you're like, what do I do with these? I'm used to standing like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in radio, we're so used to having to stay on mic. We're like those owls.
Yep.
You know, the rotational owls where you can move us anyway, but the head's got to stay there.
Wow.
So it's an adjustment, I think.
That's so cool. And just for anyone who is not familiar with voice acting, what is sight reading?
Sight reading is when you basically don't get the script in advance. You don't get time to rehearse it. You don't get time to make notes and learn it and figure out how you want it to go. And to be honest, I think you get better reads from not doing that because you haven't figured out in your head already how it's supposed to sound. You're working on the spur of the moment and it makes you more directable as well because a director can just be like, yeah, but different. Like, no, so different to what you're doing right now. And they'll give you a bit of context that completely changes everything. And if you've over-rehearsed something, it's really hard to break out of that because at that point it's muscle memory. So I try to have as little as possible muscle memory unless it's physicality in a mocap volume.
Wow. I could talk to you about this all day. I'm so interested in this, but I don't have you for a ton of time today. So we have a game here that we're going to play with you.
Ooh, okay, this is going to go well first thing in the morning.
Yes, we're going to play D&D Monster or Australian Thing.
Okay.
So for this game, I'll show you 10 words and you'll read them aloud. I won't be able to read them for you because I think
How
my
many
accent...
apostrophes collectively are there in these words?
I've chosen ones that are not super obvious, so hopefully not too many.
You know I'm not a dungeon master in real life, right? I had a team of script writers, so this
You've
is
rolled some dice in
be
your days,
painful.
right? You're rolling dice while you're here
I
at
barely
PAX.
remember my name, let alone the name of a D&D monster.
Well, I feel like Brits and Aussies, we have like a little bit of slang crossover on something. So I think you have a better chance.
Let's see what happens.
But yeah, so I'm going to show you 10 words.
Okay.
You're going to read them aloud. I'm not going to read them for you because my accent will give it away. And then based on that information alone, you just need to determine if it's a D&D monster or an Australian thing of some kind.
Okay.
So if you get more than half of this right, you will win this refreshing Bundaberg ginger beer that is being held by the delightful Cloud Kilconnor over there.
Beautifully modelled.
And actually, Ify Nwadiwe played this game yesterday, and he absolutely crushed it. He only got
pressure.
2 wrong, and you're getting the same questions as well.
Okay, this is going to be embarrassing.
So we will jump straight in over here. So here is your first option.
Drongo. This one I do know because I watched a lot of Neighbours as a kid, and they're not allowed to swear. So that is an Australian thing. Drongo.
Yeah, there's definitely. Are you talking like bouncer era Neighbours?
Yeah. Like early, like 90s,
Imagine
I would have
Harold?
said.
Imagine
Like,
Harold
Imagine
around?
Harold.
Yeah.
And back when Kylie Minogue and
100%.
Jason Donovan was still in it. Yeah,
definitely
The old school.
a bunch of drongos getting set at that point in time. This just means like a bit of a dummy. It comes from the horse in the 20s that could never win a race.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's like, don't be a drongo is the idea of this
Don't be
phrase.
a rubbish horse. Garistro. Garistro. I can't imagine it being said in an Australian accent, so I'm going to say this is a D&D monster I have never met.
Another good choice there. Correct answer.
Oh, look at him. He's cute. He looks like an evil... what's the big thing in Labyrinth? Ludo. He looks like an evil Ludo.
Well, yes, he's a demonic minotaur wearing jewelry, which is in the description in the monster manual that he wears jewelry.
That's my spirit animal now. Drop bear. It sounds Australian to me, but that might just be because one of my Aussie friends is in the back of my head talking about koalas and their various diseases. I'm going to say Aussie thing.
Another correct choice.
Yes!
So a drop bear, this is very real, very dangerous.
Very real and dangerous. Dangerous in what way?
So it's if you're at a campsite in Australia, you have to be very careful if you're under a tree. Drop bear might drop out of the tree and just like bite your head off, basically. Super real.
Right, okay. Gonna look out for that. Brown bear? Well, like as opposed... Like a literal brown bear? I mean, that's a thing in real life. It's probably a thing in D&D. I mean, there are definitely just bears in D&D. I don't know if they have them in Australia or not. They have them in Red Dead Redemption 2, because I get killed by them a lot. But I'm going to say it's a D&D thing.
You are correct.
Ah,
So we do not have bears in Australia. We have no bears at all.
that's a lie. What's a koala?
It's not a bear.
Wait, what? Who named it?
It's not called a koala bear. That's the whole thing.
Who calls it that then? Why have I been lied to? What is this?
They look like bears, and that was a thing that got like picked up by other countries, and other countries call it a koala bear.
Is this how we name things now? I'm so ashamed of my country and our various assumptions.
So yeah, koala is not actually a bear. It's a
But they
like
are filthy. Pavlova? That's food. That's delicious food. So I didn't know that it was invented here, but I'm going to guess that it is an Australian thing.
it is.
Yay! Oh, well done.
Or a New Zealand thing. So there's a big point of contention here
Right.
as to who invented the pavlova, Australians or New Zealand. So if you want to tick off an Australian while you were here, just be like, oh, I tried that New Zealand dessert, the pavlova, and we will be furious. Anyone will just get so triggered by that. So it's a bit of fun for you. So that is the fifth one. So you have gotten everything right so far. So you do win the ginger beer. But let's go through the
The
rest
first child
of them.
in me is very happy right now.
Let's go through the rest just for fun here.
Okay. Witchetty grub, that is definitely an Aussie thing.
You are good at this.
Are they edible?
They are. So it's big moth larva. You can see how big it is there. They get even bigger than that. And it's something that was traditionally eaten in like bush tucker by Indigenous Australians.
I think I might have learnt that from Croc Dundee.
You probably did. So yes, I've never tried this one, but yeah, a lot of Australians have
Should
tried
try
this.
it.
I'd
Make
like
him
to
try it.
I'd love to. We don't. It's not like on every corner or anything like that. Let's go grab a few
Can you bring
grubs.
in some grubs? Dero. I think there would be more R's. Unless it's like shortened, what's it called? Like bogan slang? Is that the word for it?
That is a word for something, yes.
Okay.
Can't qualify if that applies here.
Okay. So it'd be like short for derogatory or something. I'm going to say it's an Aussie thing just for fun.
You are so good at this game,
Yes.
Amelia. So you're right. It's short for something. It's short for derelict is what it's short for. And it's like our slang for like a drunk type of thing.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys use in England for a drunk? What's your slang?
I can't say it.
Okay.
You can beep this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd probably just call him a pisshead.
That's fine. I don't even think we need to beep that.
Grick. It's very onomatopoeic. I'm going to say that's a D&D monster.
It is.
Ugh.
Yes, it's this worm monstrosity with a beak and tentacles here.
That's too many horrible things in one image.
Too much there.
It's the splitting. It's not. Chico roll. Chico. Not enough K's. I mean, that sounds Aussie.
You are right. This is a classic, iconic Australian portable snack.
What is it?
It's like a deep fried thing. It's filled with like pulped meat and cabbage.
Can you just repeat what you just said? It's a deep fried thing.
Yep. Filled with pulped
That's
meat.
the worst word you could have chosen to describe this.
It is also the worst food that you could possibly imagine.
So it's accurate.
Yeah,
it's accurate.
It's
okay.
iconic. It's Australian, but it is straight up disgusting. It is really, really bad. You should try one while you're here.
It sounds great. I will not do that. Swarm of venomous snakes. I mean, that sounds like it's both a D&D monster and an Aussie thing. Is that the collective noun for snakes? A swarm? It doesn't feel like a knot or of snakes. A swarm of venomous snakes. I mean, there are venomous snakes here, right? Or do you just do spiders? I haven't ventured out, I'll be honest. I've been in a hotel or here a lot. I'm going to say, just because of the word swarm, I'm going to say a D&D monster, but probably also Aussie.
It is a D&D monster. I will give you that one.
Who picked the word swarm? That's weird.
That's it.
I need to know the collective noun for snakes.
I have no idea what it is. The producers let us know.
A quiver.
A quiver of snakes.
Seriously. It's a very weird word to choose.
But yes, we have plenty of venomous snakes in Australia, but they do not come in swarms. But this is in the monster manual.
No snakes do.
Yes. No,
That's not the word.
Unless it's in the monster manual. Amelia, thanks so much for joining me on the show. You have won this bottle of delicious Bundaberg ginger beer.
Hooray.
It's going to be presented to you by the wonderful Cloud Kilconnor here.
Thank you.
But yes, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you. This was fun.